So we've been having a wonderful program since morning time, and yesterday we had a great program. Actually, we started our festival kind of on Friday, and really we've been doing a week-long Zumikram for Navadvip with devotees around the world. So that's been fun. Friday we had a nice program in New York City. On Saturday we did a Harinam at Thompson Square. And here we are now, 1 hour from Gaura Purnima, the advent of Mahaprabhu. So we've told different reasons for Mahaprabhu coming and different pastimes. I want to share something kind of sweet in relation to Holi. Kind of a sweet Holi pastime, how Krishna becomes Gauranga. So something we hear from different Vaishnavas, kind of like the folklore of Gaudiyas and Braj Vasis, how Krishna comes as Mahaprabhu. We've heard different pastimes. We heard Radharani's this morning. We were talking about Radharani's dream, seeing Mahaprabhu, thinking, who is this? Who is this beautiful Brahmin sannyasi? Why am I feeling attraction to him? Krishna, don't worry, it's me. Spoiler alert. But she said, where am I? Why am I not dancing there? He said, I'm sannyasi. You're sannyasi? He said, I'm trying to renounce you guys, the gopis also gave up everything. So I'm trying to follow your footsteps. Pati Sutanvaya, Bhratri Bandhavan, Gopi Geet. Krishna said to Radharani, you saying this, Gopi Geet, all the gopis sat together and said, Pati Sutanvaya, Bhratri Bandhavan, Atidhi Langyate, Antachitagata. I've given up husband, wife, family, everything for you. So Krishna said, I'm just following your example. Why are you telling me why did I take a sannyas? Radharani is saying, you left, where am I in this pastime? She had the dream of Gauranga, very beautiful Brahmin sannyasi. She was very attracted to him. And Krishna said, that is me. But then she said immediately, well, where am I? Why am I not there? He said, oh, you are Gadadhar Pandit. You're also there. Gadadhar Pandit, Shrimati Radhika, Lalita, Swarup Damodar, Vishaka Rai Ramananda, Nityananda is there, Advaita Acharya there, Sadashiv Mahavishnu. So Krishna said, we are all coming again. So we heard that pastime. I want to tell something more like a Brajbasi pastime. More of like the sweet mood of Braj. So there's a story that sometimes Krishna, the Brajbasis like to tease Krishna. Oh, you're so black. Like the midnight sky. Oh, the Brajbasis are very golden. Oh, Krishna. And then what is Mother Yashoda? He goes to Mother Yashoda, oh, am I your son? He has this doubt because the Sakhas all like to tease him. The gopis like to tease him. So Krishna says, oh, Mother Yashoda, am I really your son? And he begins to cry and weep. Oh, he's lamenting, thinking, the Sakhas, they tease him. They say, you were born at the dark side, Krishna Paksha, the dark moon. And actually you're not Nanda and Jashoda's son. Nanda was going out, to look, making sure, everything was good in the Goshala and everything is okay. And he saw the flash of lightning and he heard a little crying. And he saw there was a tree with a hole in it in the dark night. And he saw a little black baby boy there. And so he felt oh, this little boy, no one's taking care of him. Let me take him home. We don't have a son also. And he said, your Mother Yashoda is older also, Mother Yashoda was older when she had Krishna. He said, she's not your mother, Nanda is not your father. You're just a lost orphan boy. So Krishna was really sad, little 4 or 5-year-old Krishna, forgetting all his godliness, everything. He ran to Mother Yashoda, crying and crying and crying. Oh, Kanaya. Can we get Mother Yashoda's sound effect again?
That's not Yashoda.
Krishna. So Krishna was crying. Mother Yashoda took him in her lap, gave him her breast milk, but Krishna was not taking. He said, oh, everyone has been teasing me today, telling me that I'm not your son. They say Mother Yashoda is Gauri, very effulgent. How can she have you, dark, blackish boy? So therefore, Krishna said, I don't believe. You have to prove it. So she said, oh, I was praying to Shalagram. She said, I was praying to Shalagram for a long time. I didn't want a son. Nanda Maharaj asked me, do you want a son? She said, no, I am happy serving all the sadhus, serving all the sages. Mother Yashoda, why her name came Jashoda? Durvasa Muni gave the name Jashoda. To Radharani also a separate name he gave, but Jashoda means she's very famous for serving all the sadhus, all the sages very nicely. She said, if I have a son, I'll be distracted. I only want to serve God and the sadhus. So actually their grandparents really wanted them to have a kid, as is usually the case. Parents said, you have to have kids. So Parjanya, Variyasi, they were Shiv Bhaktas, and they performed a big yagya, praying for Mother Yashoda and Krishnanda to have a son, a child. And so she told Krishna that, and she said, I was worshipping Shalagram, saying, if anyone will be my son, only Shalagram will be my son. Otherwise, I won't accept any ordinary son. So that's why you are Sham. You are Shalagram. That is my mood. So Krishna was like, okay. But still, every day, everyone was teasing him. So therefore, he went to the Guru of the Brajavasis. Who's the Guru of the Brajavasis? Many sages come, Garga Muni comes, many sages come, but who is Guru Mata? Purnamasi Devi. Purnamasi came to Braj before Krishna appeared. Gopal Champuji Goswami describes. Before Krishna appeared, Purnamasi came with a boy, her grandson. Not grandson directly, but like a grandnephew. His name was Madhumangal Kusumasa at that time. Kusumasa or Madhumangal. Young little Brahmin boy, and also his cousin Kundalata, right? Yeah. So they both came together. Krishna sent them, he said you should prepare everything in Braj. So she is, like one of the manifestations of Brinda. Brinda Devi is, serving and preparing the Kunja Seva, all the forests and groves of Vrindavan. And Purnamasi Yogamaya is more overseeing, like the orchestrator of all the pastimes. Sometimes making Krishna forget this, Radharani forget this. Otherwise, the Leela is not so sweet, if they always know, who they are. So Krishna went to Purnamasi Yogamaya. In his pastime as just a little boy thinking, I'll ask Guru Ma. And he said, oh, everyone's teasing me. I want to become Gauri. I want to become golden. So she told him, there's one process I'll tell you. I'll give you a special mantra to chant. Special mantra to chant. And there's a special place where you can chant this. And there's a special Devi, a special goddess. If she is pleased with you, she will appear, and then by her blessings you can become Gauranga, meaning golden. Gauranga just means golden limbed, golden complexioned. So she said, one other thing I'll tell you what to do. You should do this worship for the week leading up to Holi. And Holi, originally Holi, because now today is also Holi. So Gaura Purnima is the day of Holi, the festival of colors. So on Gaura Purnima day, on Holi day, the holy day, original holy day. Holy day, holiday, potato. So the original holy day, the custom was that you take flower pollen. This is the best way of doing it. So you go and collect, in early morning, you get the stems of the flowers and you collect the pollen. So you can they even collect from saffron pollen, all these different soft powders, very fragrant. And what they would do is they would take this and they would place it on the feet of their elders, the parents, the gurus, and then they would take that on their bodies. So they were showing the respect, taking the best thing. Saffron is more valuable than gold, right, by weight. So taking the pollen from the saffron and giving it to the feet of the gurus, the elders, and then putting that on their bodies. So Purnamasi told Krishna, you should collect this pollen and chant this mantra, and on Holi, this Devi will appear, and you should place this parag, it's called parag, means very soft powder, on her feet, and if she blesses you, you can become Gauranga. So Krishna is still a young boy. So Krishna thought, okay, and with all the sakas, he collected all this flower pollen, and he went to, there's a place, when you go to Varshana on Parikrama, Govardhan forest. This is the forest around Varshana on the Parikrama marg. There on that pathway you go to Dangar, Mangar, Vilasgar, Bhangar, rather in these different places. These are the four heads of Brahma, another interesting pastime. Lord Brahma, the head of our Sampradaya, appeared as the hilltop where Radharani performed pastimes. Very interesting thing. Glories of Radharani in the Brajavasis. Brahma, there's a sloka in Sastra. Sasta Varshi Sahasrani. For 60,000 years of Brahma, he said, I meditated on the glories of the Braja Gopis and I could not understand them still. So he said, I will come. When Krishna is appearing, I will come, I will become Brahma Parvat. So he is that hill there. So the Vilasgar, Mangar, Bangar, Dangar, these are described to be the four heads of Brahma. And Radharani performs her pastimes there. This is all in Gauravan forest. And in Gauravan, if you look there, there are some murtis about this pastime, where you can see Radharani, Lalita Vishaka, and Krishna doing meditation. So Krishna thought, okay, let me try this sadhana. Sometimes, kids, there's like, Krishna is not in the mood of being God. He's just an innocent boy, everyone's teasing him, so he's thinking, okay, let me become like the Sakhas, like the gopis. So he was doing this mantra. This mantra is a special mantra. Only Guru can give this mantra. So I won't repeat this mantra. But he would chant this mantra. There's different mantras. There's a Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad gives, and also Sastra gives, Radharani Sahasranam. 1,008 names of Radharani and 108 names also. So this is some of the mantras Krishna would chant. Very sweet mantras. This is Tunga Vidyasaki wrote these mantras down. This is we have our songbook. All these 108 names of Radharani that Krishna would sing very sweetly. And some other mantras. So Krishna was doing this kind of meditation. And Radharani is with her Saki saying, I feel some kind of disturbance. Like someone, if someone's doing puja, worshipping you, like with some kind of desire, it's like you're getting a ping, Radharani's thinking, who's doing this? Somebody's doing some kind of, tantra. Basikara means to try to control the object of worship. That's what we do when we're praying to Krishna, praying to Shiva, praying to, Deva, Devi. We're trying to control them to fulfill our desires. Order supplier. Radharani is thinking, someone's trying to make me their order supplier. We've been reading, Prabhupada uses this term. So Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, they also use the same term, order supplier. We don't want to make God our order supplier. We want to fulfill His desire. That's the meaning of kinkar or kinkari. In Bengal, when we do the cooking for 15,000 people, it's going on now. One of the cooks there, his name is Kinkar. Very sweet Bengali devotee. So it means, kinkar means what to do. This is the mood of the Krishna Bhakta. Kinkar, what to do. And for ladies, kinkari, what to do. So this is the mood of the Bhakta. So Radharani is thinking, who is this restless person doing some puja, trying to, get me to come and do some kind of ashirvad. So 1, 2, 3 days she didn't go. Finally, last day, holy day, the original holy day. Krishna with eyes closed doing meditation on this Para Devi, this effulgent supreme Devi. And she appeared there. Krishna took this parag, gave it to her lotus feet, and begged for, O Radhe, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, O Radharani, please give me your Tapta Kanchana. The complexion like molten gold. And Radharani's Tathastu. Therefore we pray, Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Nomi Gaura Swarupam. This is Krishna prayed to Radharani, please make me Gauranga. And Radharani gave her mercy and said, Tathastu. So be it. So actually that day, it's described by the Vaishnavas that for some time Krishna then appeared. He went back home. Because what did he do? He took all the pollen, you put it on the feet, holy. So when you do holy festival, you first you respect the elders, you put flower pollen on their feet, take it on your body. Then what do? Then you party. Then you throw flower. You hear about Krishna's Avirbhav appearance, they're throwing yogurt, they're throwing haldi, they're dancing and singing. So festival of colors is like that, first you show respect, then you have your kirtan, katha, dance party. So Krishna was doing this with the Sakas, playing holy. When he came home that evening, Mata Yashoda was, where's my Krishna? Where's my Krishna? Now he's Gaur. Little Krishna, we have our book, Krishna Karnamrita. And on the cover, Krishna is golden. And the gopis are there dancing, and people are saying, why is Krishna golden? This is this pastime, Holi Lila. Krishna becomes Gauranga. So Mother Yashoda, where's my Kanaya? And she begins to lament. He said, I am that Kanaya. But she said, no, Kanaya means Sham, Kalua. In Braj, everyone calls him Kana or Kalua. Kalua. Kalua, Balua. Krishna and Balaram. Got it. Check. So therefore, Krishna wanted to have this complexion, but then Mother Yashoda was thinking, oh, where's my Sham Krishna? Sham Sundara Shikanda Shekhara. Sham Krishna is the most attractive. Who is more attractive, Krishna or Gauranga? Snap poll. Who is more beautiful, Krishna? Krishna party, say Krishna. I think it's Gaura Purnima bias. Gauranga party, say Gauranga. So Gauranga, why is he the most beautiful? Because he has the mood of the bhakta, the prem of the devotee, that he himself was seeking as Krishna. Krishna said that prem ras niryas kurite swadana raga marga bhakti loki kurite prachana. He wanted to taste that love of the devotees that they experience. He's like, I'm God. And yet he's seeing that his devotees, the Brijabasis, experience more happiness than even he tastes. So he thought, let me taste that as the devotee. So he is in that mood, and he is in the, in the form of Mahaprabhu is Krishna embraced by Srimati Radhika. Radha Lingita Vigraha. Meaning, this is Radharani's form, giving this blessing to Sri Krishna. Therefore, this is one story. Then Krishna, after some time again, became Sham. But this was like a, indication that soon Gauranga will come. Krishna thought, Krishna's pastimes are completed by Gaura's pastimes. Gauranga's pastimes are completed by Krishna's pastimes. Together, they're always perfect, intertwined. So Vaishnavas say, Krishna Lila Sukar Pura, Chaitanya Lila Pura, Krishna Lila Sukar Pura, Duhe Mili Hoy Sumadurya, Sadhu Guru Prasade Taha Ye Aswade Se Jane Madhurya Prachurya. Chaitanya Lila Amrita Pura, Chaitanya Lila Amrita. The pastimes of Chaitanya are the sweetest, like camphor, fragrance. Krishna Lila Sukar Pura. And Krishna Lila is like honey and cream. So together, it's Sumadhurya. Supremely sweet. Gaur Lila, Krishna Lila together. That's why first we meditate on Gaur Lila. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote an Astakam all about how to meditate on Mahaprabhu Lila from each part of the day. In the morning time, how he wakes, goes to the Ganga with the devotees, does Sankirtan. Vishnu Priya Sachi Mata are preparing beautiful, many varieties of delicious prasadam. He comes back, takes prasad, has this Goshti with the Bhaktas, then he goes on Nagara Brahman, meeting with all the Nadia Basis. Then, afternoon time, Nam, Ras Sankirtan, all evening. So he says, first you meditate on Gaur Lila, then you can remember Sri Krishna Lila. Sadhu Guru Prasade, by the mercy of Sadhu and Guru, you can taste this. Tahaye Aswade. Say Jan, that person is most fortunate. So therefore, we worship Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We understand that Mahaprabhu is non-different from Harinam. When we're chanting the Mahamantra, we meditate on Mahaprabhu. And then we meditate on Radha Krishna. But if we don't meditate on Mahaprabhu, we can never achieve mercy of Radha Krishna. That's why all our temples, you always see at least Mahaprabhu or Gaurnitai or Panchatattva, then Radha Krishna also there. Gaurnitai show this pastime themselves. In Sachimata's house, Sachimata worshipped Krishna Balaram. And Nitai, when Nitai came and appeared, he began to fight with Balaram. No, now it's our time. He took them off the altar. And they sat on the altar and began to eat the boga. Nitai Avadut. Sachimata doesn't know what he's going to do next, One day she'll see Nitai's running around naked with his kopin on his head. And Mahaprabhu ran and took his, at that time no Bahirvas, took his own dopata and covered Nitai. So Nitai is Avadut, Pagal. So Sachimata doesn't know what's going to happen next. So Nitai took Krishna Balaram off the altar and sat down on the altar and began to eat the boga. Sachimata's thinking, what's going on? He said, now it's our time. I am that Balaram. Rohini Nandana Balarama Nityananda. That son of Rohini Balaram has come as Nityananda, and Mother Yashoda's Pran Kanaya has come as Sachinandan Gaur Hari. So therefore we are worshipping Gaur Nityananda Prabhu. By shelter of Gaur Nityananda Prabhu, Harinam can arise on our tongue, and it's Shuddha Nam, pure Nam. They gave this Nam. Therefore if we don't take shelter of Gaur Nitai, how can we taste this Nam? It's not possible. Dwarpa Yuga, Archan. Kali Yuga, Harinam. So Gauranga gave us the entrance into this Harinam Sankirtan Dharma. Radha Krishna Dwarpa Yuga, Archan was the process to worship them. But Kali Yuga, Tad Nama Hari Kirtanat. Kalo Tad Hari Kirtanat. Satya Yagya or Dhyan. Treta Yagya, Dwarpar Archan, Kali Yuga, Kalotad Hari Kirtanat. So Krishna Kirtan comes from Gauranga. He is the Sankirtanaika Pitaro. Gaur Nityananda are the fathers of Sankirtan movement. Therefore, every day we must worship Gaur Nitai. Only by Gaur Nitai's mercy. The devotee, the Gaudiyas, we don't even think, oh, let me just worship Gauranga to get to Radha Krishna. This is not love. We don't worship Mahaprabhu to get something else. We worship only Mahaprabhu because our heart is for Mahaprabhu. That's bhakti, not for anything else, only because Gaura Prem. And then, same time, Radha Krishna. It's a very interesting thing. In the Gaudiya literature, it's described that the Atma, the soul, achieving Swarup Siddhi, perfection, it can essentially be in two Leelas simultaneously. Gaur Leela, Krishna Leela. But to do that, you must worship Gauranga and Radha Krishna. So some people only worship Radha Krishna. Okay, Radha Krishna Leela. But you want to be in, I think everyone appreciates Sankirtan. Even what we can taste in this world. Imagine Sankirtan with Mahaprabhu. In Srivas Angan, in Navadvip, in Rathi Yatra, where Mahaprabhu is simultaneously appearing in 7 Kirtan parties. In Rathi Yatra, Mahaprabhu appears in all 7 Kirtan parties and he dances ecstatically, jumping up many meters. So I think we all, would like to be in Gaur Leela. It's very relatable, Radha Krishna Leela is so high. It's hard to conceive, I can serve the Brajavasis, become a Brajavasi, it's so high. But Gaura Bhakta, very easy. Gaur Bhakta is so easy, drunkards, like Jagai Madai, were embraced by Mahaprabhu. When Haridas was complaining about Nityananda, Haridas complained to Mahaprabhu about Nityananda, saying, oh Nitai, he doesn't take us to the high class, nice people, Brahmins, nice, respectable people. He's taking us to the drunkards and the murderers and the thieves. Jagai Madai. Mahaprabhu laughed. Actually, he went to Advaita. Sorry. He knew if I go to Mahaprabhu is also very tricky. So Haridas went to Advaita Acharya, because Advaita Acharya and he were close friends. When Advaita Acharya's father had his shraddha for his father, when Advaita Acharya's father passed away, he asked Haridas to be the pujari, the priest of the yagya. And all the Brahmins were upset. Why are you inviting a Yavana? So Haridas and Advaita Acharya were very close. And Haridas went to Advaita Acharya and said, oh, Nitai is taking me to Jagai Madai every day. They're chasing us away. I'm afraid, I'm going to get killed. He said, oh, you don't know Gaur Nitai. Nitai is ek avadut. Nitai is a drunkard. Gaura is a second drunkard. And tomorrow you'll see those 2 drunkards will be dancing in the street with the other 2 drunkards. Bolo Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki. So the next night, when again Nitai went to Jagai Madai, Haridas said, Jagai Madai is great papi chilo. They're so, they're ready to attack us and kill us. And that night Madai tried to kill Nityananda. Nitai never stopped smiling. Mar ke prem de. Even though they tried to kill him, he gave them prem. Therefore, emon dhyal to naire. There's no one more merciful than Gaur Nitai. Therefore, if we leave Gaur Nitai and go to worship anyone else, we are the most unfortunate. No one else is so compassionate. Kali Yuga. It's very hard to follow pure bhakti, sadhana, everything. But Krishna is very merciful. More merciful is Mahaprabhu. More merciful is Nityananda. Nityananda says, Ek baar dekle chokke jal, God bole nitai den shakale shambal. Shraddha Vanjana he Shraddha Vanjan. If once I see a tear form in your eye, chanting Gauranga, I give you everything. So who is more merciful than Nitai? Who is more merciful than Gauranga? So today is Gaura Purnima. Gaura Katha Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta, Kirtan Ananta. But today, time is limited. And so we will have little kirtan leading up to Abhishek. Now you can see, the sun is set. Soon the moon will rise. Mahaprabhu will appear. We'll have Abhishek, take Charnamrita, have Gaurarti, Kirtan, Mahaprasad, Hari Go. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari. Sachinandana Gaur Hari Ki. Kaliga Pavanavtari Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki. Shri Panchatattva Ki. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari.